What's up, Rockstar? Coach Betty Rocker here. Welcome to today's strong lower body workout. We are going to get into some squats and hamstring curls and some hip thrusts, all kinds of good stuff with a Tabata at the start. Now, for the hamstring curls, it will be helpful if you have something to curl with. So some people like to use an exercise ball. That's one option. If you don't have that handy, that's absolutely fine. Some people like to use sliders on the floor. If you have a hardwood floor, I don't, obviously. You could put some cloths down, like some washcloths, and you can lift up and slide your heels in on the cloths like this. You can also use anything that would slide on the surface that you're on. Now, some people find it more convenient to use some type of stretchy band or strap, and they'll put that around a fixed surface, dig their heels in, and I'll see if I have enough space to do this. And then with some tension on the band, they'll draw their heels up towards their back. So those are the different options for you for your hamstring curls. Obviously, if you happen to be in a gym and there's a hamstring curl machine, that's also an option for you. I'm going to be using an elevated surface today for some hip thrusts. Again, the exercise ball is optional. You will need some weighted objects. You can use anything that you have handy. Dumbbells are great, of course, if you happen to be wanting to use a barbell. That's also an option. Or, of course, just weighted objects at home. So without further ado, we're going to get right into our Tabata. No equipment needed whatsoever for that. And we'll start with some squat thrusts. And either do those all the way down on the mat or up against an elevated surface. That's going to be our first move. So get yourself in position in the center of your space. Stand tall, brace your core. And we're going to go ahead and squat it down, planting our hands, jump or step our feet back, tall plank, jump or step your feet in, and jump it out, jump it up. I'm starting out with the elevated surface. I could also do a low impact version, of course, stepping out and in. One more second, quick breather. We're going to transition to our second move, which is crescent kicks. So you're going to be alternating one leg and then another, kicking your leg in a circle. Hop side to side. Let's go. Kick, crescent, kick, crescent. Option to do a crescent knee here. If you need something that's a little bit less intense, that's fine too. I like to add that little fast feet hop in between my crescent kicks for fun. Feels good. Let's go. Last one. Moving back to our squat thrusts option. Like I showed you in the first round, to stay elevated or go slower, or you can come down to the mat, plant your hands below shoulders, jump or step your feet in and out. Nice flat back, great job, come on. Up, in, back. You're only here for a couple more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Great job, doing great. Whew. We're going to move back into our crescent kicks. Here we go. Fast feet. Get your hands up by your face as if you were going to block a punch, and you can use them for momentum as you're kicking. This is a major core move, a core activator, as we swing that leg up and around. Last one. Quick breather. Back to our squat thrusts. Get ready. Remember, you can use the elevated surface or go slow. Let's go. It's only 20 seconds. Down, back, in and out. In your plank, make sure your back is flat. Core is braced. Hands are stacked below shoulders. Head and neck follow your body. Try not to look down or up. Last 3 seconds. Last it. Last one. That's it. I think I said last it. Yeah, way to work the English language, Betty Rocker. Here we go. Crescent kicks. This is your third set. Moving through where there's only 4 sets total in the Tabata. Hang in there. Remember, you can do crescent knees or crescent kicks. So good. Come on, last 3 seconds. Last one. Great job. Quick breather. We're moving into our final set of squat thrusts. Getting that heart rate up. Feeling good. Down, back, in, up. However you want to get there. Slow, fast, jumping or standing. Pay attention to your form. Keep that core braced. Come on. So good. You got it. Last 3, 2, 1. Crescent kicks. Last set. Get ready. Here it comes. And bounce and kick. Bounce and kick. Let's get it. This is your last 20-second work. Last 10 now. Come on. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Great work. Wow. Major accomplishment there at the start of our workout. You did awesome. Catch your breath. Set yourself up. We went over all of the different options for possible equipment you could use for this workout at the start. We're going to start with sumo squats. That's our first move. Now for sumo squats, we're going to work to be within an 8 to 12 rep range. However, if you don't have anything that's heavy enough where you're able to do many more reps, do as many reps as you can. You're still going to get a great workout. You just want to take your muscles to fatigue. So the reason we have the 8 to 12 rep range today is just to give us something to aim for, something to work within, a rep range to work within, to challenge ourselves. So I'm going to go ahead and put dumbbells up on my shoulders. For a sumo squat, we're going to walk our feet out wide. Your toes will naturally turn out slightly. We'll brace the core. Weighted objects are up on our shoulders, whether you got a barbell or dumbbells or something else. I'm going to add a little pulse at the base of my sumo squats because I know that this amount of resistance isn't heavy enough to stop me at 12 reps. So by adding a couple of pulses at the base of each of my reps, I'm going to be able to make these lighter weights feel even heavier. This is also my first set of my weighted workout, so I'm using this as an opportunity to sort of calibrate. Do I think I could go heavier next round? How am I feeling today? So just don't feel like you have to know or get it perfect. Use what you have. Make sure your knees are lined up over your toes. Brace your core as you sit back. Your hips, your back should remain straight as you come down. You'll feel this in your glutes as you come up. Your body may bend forward slightly more than mine, especially if you're taller. We all have different setups in our body and body mechanics. Doing great. Up and down. Now when you get to the top of your rep range where you feel like you really can't do any more reps with good form, that's the time to set your weighted objects off to the side, bend the knees, place them down safely with control. And if you'd like to write down how many reps you did with how much weight, that's a good idea too. I'm going to take the opportunity to replenish my body with some Rock and Restore aminos, those free-form aminos helping to support muscle protein synthesis. During a workout, we are breaking down our muscle tissue. That's why we want to be fueled on either side of a workout. We want to be paying attention to protein in all of our main meals. And if you're over 40 like me, we have higher needs for protein because we don't absorb the amino acids from our protein as readily at this time in our lives. So sometimes a supplement can be really beneficial to helping prevent muscle loss and helping you get more out of your workout. Hamstring curls are our second move. We're going to do a double leg hamstring curl, so both feet down together at the same time. I'll go ahead and use my exercise ball since I have it right here. Remember all of the fun options I showed you at the start and some of the cues that are true for no matter what option you're doing are a braced core, level pelvis. I'm going to press both of my heels down into this ball and lift my hips. From here, I'll roll it in towards my butt. If you're doing sliders, you're doing the same thing. You're probably going to lift up onto your hands slightly so that you have a little more space to roll your feet in with. You're doing great. Let's go. Squeeze at the top. Now, I don't have a specific rep range here for you other than I might say 12 to 20, right? So this is a body weight move.
And as you do it more frequently, you'll develop more and more strength in your hamstrings. However, you can really just go to fatigue. If you're using a ball and you're new to using a ball, this might be really challenging because you're also really working your core here. That is going to add an additional challenge to the move. Keep your hips level, keep your core braced. If you're doing sliders, you're also getting a lot of core work. If you're using a stretchy band and pulling it in towards your butt, laying on your stomach, just really work to keep your core braced and pull those heels in smoothly with control. Oh, last one for me. Please don't worry if our reps are different or we're on a different pace. Just focus on your workout, record the work that you did today, and we'll take a quick breather before we move on to our third move of our strength circuit, which is going to be single leg hip thrusts. So catch your breath. Maybe you're still finishing your set. Remember, you can always pause the video if I go a little too fast. Now, single leg hip thrusts, they're just like double leg hip thrusts, only you're gonna be on one leg. So I'm gonna find a chair, a couch, I've got an ottoman here, a bench, anything that will let you brace your back against it. And I like to put my back right about at the base of my shoulder blades, and then I'm gonna test myself out in reverse tabletop with a 90-degree bend in my legs. I'll lower it down. I'm gonna start with my right side. So I'll place a weighted object across my lap on the right side. Those of you using barbells, you can just balance your barbell across your lap. Come on up. And I'm going to extend my left leg out, making sure my hips are very level. One thing that will often happen is we'll collapse. Our left hip will roll down if we're going to go on the right side. Don't let that happen. Lower your hips down. Then press up and squeeze. Great job. Press up and squeeze. This is another one where I'd say 8 to 12 reps is the sweet spot to find a heavy enough weight to challenge you within that range. However, if you don't have anything that it keeps you from doing 12 reps or less, do more reps. Go to fatigue. Another option is to do pulses at the top of your reps to fatigue the muscle even further, making lighter weights feel heavier. This is just going to allow you to progress. Even if you don't do that today, that you could just tuck that piece of information into your pocket, your mental pocket, and use it at another time. It can feel like a lot of investment to buy a bunch of equipment to have at home, and that should really not deter you. You should just, use what you have, do what you can, use some of these tips as you build your strength, which takes time and repetition, and then, add to your collection as you go. I've found a lot of great deals on Facebook Marketplace for used equipment. I've found Craigslist has stuff. Sometimes things go on sale. Just keep an eye out for deals. Oh my gosh. I've switched sides. I'm sure you have too. When you're done with your even number of reps on both legs, you're going to go ahead and set your weighted object down off to the side, taking a quick breather, and we'll move back into our second set of sumo squats. Now we know all the moves. It's 3 moves for the circuit. We're going to do it 4 times total. We're going to move a little more quickly in the next few rounds, now that you know what to do. All right, sumo squats. Check back to see how much resistance you started with. Was that just right? Do you want to go a little heavier if you have that option? Your choice. Work to be within the 8 to 12 rep range as a goal. And if you're not, just go past 12 until you're fatigued. Get your weighted objects up on your shoulders. This is a wide-legged squat. Toes turn out. Core is braced. We send the hips straight back and press everything up. Knees track out in alignment with the toes. Back stays straight. Now I work on mobility a lot. I work on squats a lot. So I've got a lot of depth in my squat. What I wouldn't want to see is that you're losing your form as you're coming down in your squat. Other things to keep in mind. My back and hips move almost like a hinge in a door. So there's a straight up and straight down. If you're finding yourself bending forward or wobbling in your squat, try going more shallow in your squat and coming straight back up so that you can work on your form a little bit more. A sumo squat's a fabulous squat to work on your form with. You can also tap your butt down to an elevated surface to help give yourself confidence in the correct form to use to do this move. You want to brace your core on the way down to help integrate your core and pelvic bowl working together. And when you get to the top of your rep range, safely set your weighted objects down, keeping them in close to your body. The last thing you want to do is just dump heavy weighted objects down and strain your back. Quick breather, moving back to hamstring curls. Please feel free to record the amount of resistance you used there. Using my exercise ball for my hamstring curls. Again, our goal is 12 to 20 reps, or just go to failure. Go until you can't do any more hamstring curls. Go ahead and set yourself up on your back or stomach, depending on what variation you're taking today. Brace your core, level through your hips. And if you're using a ball or sliders, really press through your heels. That's gonna help activate your hamstrings even more. Great job. Count your reps. You got this. Smooth and controlled. Work those hamstrings. We're getting an amazing full lower body workout today with this awesome sequence of movements. You're getting the combination of plyometrics and explosive cardio with strength training. So all of the elements in one really efficient workout that will support your strength base and your heart's ability to serve you, your cardiovascular capacity, your oxygen capacity. When you get to the top of your rep range, you can set your prop aside and don't let me rush you. If you're still going, finish your set strong. Feel free to pause the video if you're still moving and I'm moving on. In this second set of single leg single leg hip thrusts, I'm going to use 2 dumbbells just to show you that that's another option. The first set I used 1 on my bent leg, but this time I'm going to put 2 across my lap. You have lots of options for this. You could also be using a barbell. You could also be doing this with body weight alone. As you move from a double leg hip thrust to a single leg hip thrust, it's a lot of extra work for your body. So just listen to your body here. Once again, I'm going to set myself up, weighted objects in the hip creases. I'm testing out my setup to make sure I'm in a nice 90-degree bent reverse tabletop. Lowering down, lifting up. I've got my both hands cradling the heads of my dumbbells since I'm holding 2, just to make sure that they stay where I want them. Lower down and press up. Give it that nice squeeze at the top. You can have a micro pause. You can also have a 3-second pause if you're trying to make lighter weights feel heavier. You can also do pulses. You got this, come on. This is gonna slow me down to a low rep range, that's for sure. And when you get to the top of your ability on that first leg, you're gonna switch to the other side and do the same number of reps. Checking in once again with that bend in your knee. Make sure you're at 90 degrees. So strong, come on. Lift and press. Lift and press. When you get to the top of your rep range and you have an even number on both legs, take a quick breather. Set your weighted objects aside. We're gonna move back to the top of that sequence and do another set of sumo squats. Be sure to record how much weight you used, how many reps you did for each of these moves. Whew. Catch your breath. For our sumo squats, where were you at in your last set? Are you within that 8 to 12 rep range? And if so, are you able to go heavier? Do you feel good right where you are? If you're not, if you're going past the 8 to 12 rep range, do as much as you can. Add some little pulses at the base of your squats to fatigue the muscles even further. Pick up your weighted objects safely. Bring them up to your shoulders. Step those feet out wide. Brace through the core, squat your hips back, bending at the knees, and then straight back up. Good job. Option to add the pulses, but don't lose your form. Keep that core braced. Nice job. You can always review Foundations of Functional Fitness if you want to spend 10 minutes with me working on your squat form. That's a great sequence to go through for a lot of different key lifts, deadlifts, squats, pushing and pulling foundations, barefoot training. It's all in there. One day at a time, just a 2-week little workshop for you that you can do anytime. You can jump around in it. You can go through it day by day. It's a great companion to any workout program. Great work. Count your reps. When you get to the top of your rep range, safely set your weighted objects aside. Don't let me rush you. You may be done before me, you may be done after me. It's all good. Replenish with some water or some rock and restore. We're gonna do our third set of hamstring curls. Set yourself up for success with whatever sliders or curls you're using. And just a quick recap for those of you using sliders. Generally, I like you up on your hands, sliding your heels in and out. However, you could also brace your back against an elevated surface and slide your feet in and out that way. So you could also do this with your elbows down, sliding your heels in and out. Sorry, I can't really slide on this wonderful yoga mat. Just want to make sure you feel secure and make sure your hips are square and level and core is braced, whichever variation you're taking. Get yourself set up. Check to see how many reps you did last time that you wrote down. We'll try to meet or beat that this set. Come on. In and out. Use control. So good, so strong. Keep that core braced. Awesome work. Let's go. Listen to your body. You want to go until you can't go anymore. You'll start to feel it. You'll know when it's time to stop. Count your reps. When you get to the top of your rep range, you're going to move your props aside. Take a quick breather. Setting up for hip thrusts. No rush. Be sure to record your work. Check to see how much resistance you used for your last set of hip thrusts and how many reps you did. That'll be our base for our third set. Always when you're moving equipment around, be mindful of your form and your body mechanics so that you're not straining your back at any point. Super important. I'm gonna, once again, put weighted objects in each hip crease and I'll be cradling them with my hands on either side so that they don't fall out. Brace the back, come up, check your form, make sure you're at that nice 90-degree bend with your knees and that you have a supported back. Extend the left leg, lower the hips, and press up with the right glute. Great job. You're welcome to readjust if you're not quite in the right position. Just feel how your body's feeling. You can also add pulses at the top or holds. You're doing great. When would it be appropriate to do those pulses or holds? Well, I'm hitting 8 reps on both legs barely. And then I'm like, I can't go anymore. So I would not be adding those pulses myself. However, if I were up in the 12 reps or beyond with the weight that I'd chosen, I would definitely be adding the pulses as a way to challenge my body even more. So just use these options as you need them to help yourself have an even harder challenge as you're working through your reps. Why do we do this? Well, the body adapts. So this is one of the things I love about progressive overload, where we're repeating workouts over time and we're really giving our body a period of time to progress our strength. I also love variety in the workouts. There's no evidence that shows that one is superior to the other. The point is that you're working your body to its maximum capacity. So what you don't want to do is fixate on the rep range and say, well, I did 12 reps, I'm done. If your body's still going and you still have energy, go past the suggested rep range. So adding pulses or adding holds can sometimes help fatigue those muscles further and make, like I said, those lighter weights feel heavier. So you just have a lot of great options. Now we have one final set to do of those 3 strength moves. So use this last set as your best set, as your final opportunity to really push through these moves, challenge your body to its utmost within the rep ranges and with the amount of weight that you have accessible to you. When you pick up your weighted objects, keep them in close to your body, be safe and supported. Step your feet out wide for sumo squats, bracing through the core. We're gonna send the hips straight back and then press straight up. Remember, you could add pulses at the base. You can also add a pause at the base and then come up. These are all just more advanced techniques to add more time under tension to your workout, giving you lots of options for home workouts before you have to go spend a bunch of money and buy more equipment. You do that more gradually. Great job. Great job, come on. Keep that core braced, keep those hips square and level, knees track in line with toes. Use an elevated box or ottoman to tap your butt down to if you're working on really dialing in your squat form. I love sumo squats. I feel like they really help us really get a good strong base for the squat that can help us have more awareness when we're doing regular foot position squats. There's a benefit to all the different variations that there are. When you get to the top of your rep range, safely set your weighted objects down, record your work, take a quick breather. We'll set ourselves up for our final set of hamstring curls. Strength training will get your heart rate up, just like cardio, like what you perceive as high intensity cardiovascular training. Both will work your heart rate will go up, and they both have a different ability to support your body in different ways. That's why it's important to add both of them into the mix. You don't always have to add both of them on the same day. Today I am doing that for efficiency and for fun, but there are lots of really effective ways to train. Here we go. Heels up if you're using a ball, or get them on your sliders if you've got them on the floor, or in your straps if you are pulling them in with straps. Let's go. Check to see how many reps you did last time, and let's try to meet or beat that with our last set, best set. Come on. Roll those heels in. Keep that core braced, hips stay level. We're not rolling the hips to one side or the other. Staying strong through our core. Count your reps, you got this. Woo! Feel your hamstrings and glutes working for you. Your core is adding help and accessory. Let's go. Smooth and controlled. When you stop, set your equipment off to the side safely. No need to rush. Get yourself set up for your last set of single leg hip thrusts. Take a breather. Pause the video if I'm going too fast at any time. Great job. Go ahead and take a look at what you wrote down for your last set of single leg hip thrusts and what rep range you were in. If you were down in that 8 to 12 rep range, you're probably using just the right amount of resistance for the rep range. If you're up past that, go higher in your reps. Add some pulses or some holds. Fatigue your body. Part of why I like the 8 to 12 rep range and finding weight that works within that rep range is because it makes the workout shorter. You do less reps. It makes it even more efficient, and it will help you build muscle over time when you have a rep range that you're working within, and you can do that thing we talked about before, the progressive overload, where you slowly add more weight or you slowly add more reps to the same weight over time. So start where you're at, build that strong base, and keep on working. You're doing it right. Learn the form, learn the moves, and let's get that body moving. Get yourself set up, strong base, 90-degree bend, extending out through one leg, and then press those hips up, lower down. Press up, lower down. Press and lower. Strength, power, form. They all work together. Feel free to make any adjustments to your foot position as needed. When you get to the top of your rep range on that first leg, and that's your rep range, not mine, go ahead and switch sides. Same number of reps on the other leg. This is your last set. Awesome work. Come on, finish it strong. When you get to the top of your rep range, we're going to set the weights off to the side. Record your work. Make yourself some space. We've got a finisher to do. Ooh, finisher. Yeah, another little cardio blast at the end to wrap this workout for the day. Now we're going to start with something to really challenge our calves and just polish off what we did with those sumo squats. You're welcome to grab some light resistance if you have it, or heavy, but we're going to be coming into a sumo squat stance. We're going to sink our hips down and pulse. 2, 3, 4, 5. Lift the left heel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lower it down. Lift the right heel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alternate your heel lifts. Good. Make sure your weight is back. Your chest may have started to creep forward. Resettle your hips back. Feel your inner thighs shaking. Go ahead and lower both heels and pulse for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Left heel. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower it down. Right heel. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done. You can set those weighted objects aside safely with control. We're going to do one last set of squat thrusts. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Down, back, in, up. Use any of the variations that you did at the beginning. If you want to be elevated with your chest, or you want to be low impact, that's okay. Come on. So strong. You've got 10 seconds to go. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Finish strong. 1. Yeah. Notice how that felt compared to how they felt at the beginning of the workout. You've worked hard. You deserve a break. And you're going to get one right after this last finisher. We're going to do crescent kicks to finish it strong. 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Kick, kick, or knee. Just like in the beginning. You got it. Come on, side to side. So strong. Back and forth. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo!
Amazing work, Rockstar. Thank you so much for joining me for this workout today. If you are in Rock Your Life, you'll find a quick cool down stretch video just below this workout in the class library. And if you're not in Rock Your Life, we'd love to have you join us. Not only do you get access to an entire class library of fun workouts like this and so many other types like bar, kickboxing, yoga, body weight HIIT training, all kinds of really fun variety of workouts. You'll also have access to all of our 30-day challenge programs. We also have 5-day challenges, 7-day challenges, 21-day challenges, 30-day challenges. So many fun programs for you to choose from so that you can progress your strength with a really good tempo. And we have customized guidance wherever you are in your life stage, whether you're in perimenopause or menopause or you're training with your cycle, you will be able to utilize any of our programs and really match it up to where you're at for maximum benefit. Plus, we have nutrition guidance and an amazing database of recipes that are all Betty Rocker approved that you can plug in to the way that you're eating, and we would love to support you in our private women's fitness group as well. There's tons of support in Rock Your Life. That's my premium membership, and we would love to invite you in. So have a look at the 30-day trial below and in the link and join us. As always, I'm Betty Rocker. You are so awesome, flawsome, and amazing. See you again real soon.